So there we go. Yeah. We're live. No, not live. We are recording.
We're recording. So it's the now. It's the pause. It's the zero. That's what I'm receiving. Yes. So what I'm learning about the 0, 0, 0, 0 every time. Yes. It's the kindness. It's the loving, and it's the future. Yes. And it's present moment, and it's the physicality. And also that we have more power than we think that we have. You know, we as a humans, and the appreciation from extraterrestrials. And collective, as human collective. I don't know, I feel this really, let's say, movement, let's call it movement, yes, movement of human collective, uh, appreciating the extraterrestrials, appreciating the other worlds, yes, appreciating each other, which is, I think, it's the main subject for us, for the groups now, to appreciate each other, you know, and I wouldn't say it's a new for me. It's not new for us, right, Eva? Because we talk about it for many, many months. Yes. But it's very present. Well, I can speak for myself, yes, but it's very present in the energy, the appreciation, the love, the kindness, the trust, yes, that we're going in the right direction, and maybe we are opening up, Eva, you know, in this appreciation. We are opening up to talk more about love, you know, to talk more about ourselves, to talk more about our journeys, to talk more about our experiences, you know, like you can call it light worker or the spiritual journeys. And that's what I'm feeling at the conversation, you know, the conversation about the future. Maybe it's the time that we need to think about it more specific, more focus on the future. What Not what can bring, but what we can, how can we support, how can we in service to all, yes, with our gifts. And it was in the session with Cher as well, about the joy, about the enjoyment of life, yes, and also about being patient, uh, which is no more reliable, let's say. It's more about action, really to align with who you are, and do and speak up, and be yourself, right? And it is very peaceful and very loving and very supportive. Yes.
Mm.
Eva is thinking, it's good sign.
Yeah.
Receiving.
No, I kind of thought about this, love. When you were talking about love, I got this movie Avatar in my mind,
Mm.
and I also got this documentary about wild animals that are, taking down other animals, and they are lying there with their, predators are lying there with their new fallen food, and they are some kind in a blissful state. They are licking the fur of the victim, and there is no forensic. Usually, there's no forensic. It's more like a emotional exchange about gratefulness that I got meal, and you sacrifice yourself. And when you talked about love, there I also got this Avatar movie in my hand, and there was the same thing there. Um, how when they killed an animal, they sat down and stroked the animal and gave it a blessing for giving their lives, for the community, and etc. And before that, I had this thought in my head, I heard it somewhere, when you have to love everybody upon earth. If you're every human being, if you are going to love earth, you can't love earth unless you love all human being. And that brings me back to the connection. I was talking about that connection a couple of years ago. How about the trees and nature is talking to each other with these all invisible signals that we can't see. They are communicating through roots and vibration and smells particle that we can't observe or feel, but they can, and they are communicating not only with other trees and bushes. They are also communicating with insects, so they can either attract or scare away, or they can even call for, you know, a stress signal that is sending information to other plants and bushes, etc. around. And and there's a whole community of communication that are invisible, and that is something that is working in symbiotic with each other. And this love, we are a part of all this community, and we usually say that I love earth is providing me with everything that I need, but we still forget that we are a part of all this, the whole experience, because we are so synchronicity with the environment that we are living right now, which means that we can't exclude each other from that either. So I feel it's rather natural step to talk more about love, and especially try to feel the love. And there is so much, energies going around from other people. Um, Not necessarily evil. That's not what I'm saying, but there's a lot of, you know, mistrust and mis communication, and you can't be there's a need for a lot of people to get valid for their uncomfortable life that they have. They have more difficulty to express the love for what they feel or have. But it's so much easier to express the uncomfortable way and bring, I was about to say likes, but in the human life, you just share your miserable life online, and when you don't get the empathy, you're feeling a bit aggressive towards people who doesn't give you the appreciation that you were hoping for. And that is a lack of self-loving too. Because when you love yourself, you don't need to be validated and especially not in your, either if it's good love, but even if there is bad love, you can feel like there is always good to have a hand on your shoulder or a hug when you're feeling down. But when you crave to have that knowledge or be acknowledged by other, then there is a misplaced energy. So definitely love is a huge. I was about to say nebulosa because I see the nebulosa behind you, but it is a big wave going there. You know, time time to cut the crap. It's time to let go of the negative space, and that is holding you back. It's just such a lame phrase today because we've been expressing that for so long now. But they really mean it. Don't hold on to things that drag you down, because that's not good. Leave it with love. keep your doors open for what it is to come. When I told you I was doing this mantra earlier, I was sitting outside and I did this. I am the soul. I am the light. No, that's not. I'm a soul. I'm divine light. I am love. I am will. And then there is this last phrase, I'm fixed design. That phrase didn't come up. I'm the sacrifice. That was the last phrase that come up. And I wasn't thinking about it, it just popped up. So instead of saying fixed divine design or fixed design, I was saying I'm the sacrifice. And that kind of, open up my radar, because that is a communication that is not coming from myself. There is a connection to something obviously that we are going to talk about today, since you are talking about love. So giving back the word to you.
So let me start a little bit from the channeling. For the first time, I received channeling like I was on my bed and just I received the channeling from it was first from Syrians and then the energy from Syrians and then was the connectivity with hybrid, right? Hybrid community, and that's how it started. Yes, and generally talking about the Arcturian group. Yes, energy. But what happened was it was instant, instantaneous. Recognize yourself as self. Yes, instant recognize yourself as self. Right, and then when I truly open up for this new possibility, I love your background. I love your background. I love your background. So I open up for this new possible uh, uh, ways, new possible channels, yes, ways of channeling, new possible channels, yes, and the messages just start floating, right? And many things happen, many things I've been through, I experienced. Uh, Everything was based, and it was the Syrians, Arcturians, Pleiadians, extraterrestrials, yes, which I communicate with, or rather, great appreciation to them. They communicate through me. It's everything starts, yes, no matter what we think about ourselves, no matter what we think about the conversations or about the future, about the past, the now is most important. Now you are this, what you are, which is unconditional love and conditional life, right? Everything starts from now. Everything is now, right? And they also, it was more from the Syrians children. They were saying they helped me, and it was super amazing. They helped me to focus. It was like a day focus on emotional release uh, in different way than I used to. It was the focus on the emotional, the positive emotions, and that's what it's very familiar what you were saying. Yes, um, focus on positive emotions. Yes, we like to do a little bit different. We like to uh, constantly release, constantly let go, constantly this. I have to cut. Yes, so, um, and it's more likely to that we are living in the past. Yes, in this moment. But the emotional, the positive emotions, and it first struck me. Yes, personally. how often I prefer for myself to see myself as a victim. Yes. And the self-realization, like, okay, am I seriously, on this enlightened path? Yes. Or am I thinking about myself in this way? But what I'm actually doing for myself. Yes. Um, so this emotional, positive emotions open, let's say, my heart space more to receive the guidance. Yes, more to align with true self, more to be who I want to be. Yes, and I woke up this morning with very specific. It's very private, but it's very specific information. What would be the next possible state for me? Yes, and it's love. I mean, it's love, Eva, right? It's love and love to self. And as you were talking about your mantra, yes, for the past 3 days, I keep saying, yes, and it was very, very present. I think it was on Wednesday. Uh, I am worthy, I am enough. And we talked about it in our previous episode, yes. I was in my mind, yes, that the joyous mind, yes, uh, in my mind, I am worthy, I am enough, I am worthy, I am enough, I am worthy, I am enough, I deserve, yes, which is very similar what you were saying. And today was, I am worthy, I am enough, I am loving, I am kind, I am creative, I am appreciative, I am enough, I deserve. And it's like a closing vibration, yes, I deserve. Because sharing and receiving uh, has the same attitude, yes, sharing and receiving. And also what I received, it was from morning from the Pleiadian children, it's not entertainment any longer. I don't
It's
know what
not.
it's not entertaining any longer what we do. I don't know what's your thoughts about it. It's not entertaining any longer. It's not entertaining.
No, when you say it's not entertainment, you can almost feel like we are leaving the preschool, you know?
Absolutely, that's what I felt too when
Yeah.
they said this. Yes.
So it's like the old schools when they went into the mystery school, and you had this almost like a probation when you were kind of testing if this was a path for yourself. But then when you started to walk the path of the mysterious school, there was no turning back. You either move forward or you were disconnected from that energy and most likely lost your mind because there was pretty heavy stuff that they were introduced to in the mythical realms. But there has been a lot of, everything has a place on in time and space and on Earth, and we have been introduced to a lot of let's say that when Reiki hit the communities there in the 90s, it's not like Reiki was new in any kind of way or yoga. It's been used for thousands of years, right? But they were exclusive for the mythical schools, the occult schools and teachings, and suddenly they were made for everybody. Everybody could be a part of it, this communication. And this Reiki branch, it just exploded. So I'm one of those who jumped on that train in the 90s, and I don't recognize the Reiki levels that are out there today. There are so many new models and ways to do it, and I'm sure that everything is working out pretty well for those who are practicing that. And I do believe that we are given those opportunity to test ourselves by diving in, trying out what models is actually working for us to embrace the things that we like. And when it comes to learning, you know, take it in and do this. Let it ground and keep the things that work for you, and let the other things go. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's meaning that you are learning something, you're learning a skill, you embrace it, and you keep those who are lifting you upwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so very much.
So that could be like for another human being, it's a totally different journey. They can use some other models because that is what is aligned with that. And that's why there are so many you know different types of healing or channelings and etc. And there has been, and this is the backside of it, miscommunication among a lot of people, like, oh, I tried that and it didn't work out, and I did this and this is how it should work, and if you don't do this, it's not good, or that person is bad because they are doing another teaching or and etc. And I think now that people are actually realizing or start realizing that no, no one is bad. They are just using the models that are fit for them. And instead of giving thought and energy to bring other people down, you should lift them up. And that is the love. You don't need to give that energy to put someone else down or hate someone else. You can use that energy to transform yourself. We don't even have to, you should care in a beautiful way, something that gives you energy back. If you're putting out love there, you want to have someone who loves you back, right? Not someone who talks you down. That is not bringing you up, and it's not bringing those human beings up either. So now the realization of what's going on is the next phase. You have been given the tools, you have been allowed to play around with all these energies, and it has taken quite some years for the energies to actually settle down, and now we are leaving preschool. We are moving into a higher density, and I like to call it higher. It's not obviously higher. It's very present in the realm that we are. It's a altered state of consciousness. It's an inner journey that are exploding, and the universe is taking place right inside of yourself. It's energetically. So it plays out what you are. It's like the old saying, you reap what you sow. So if you plant the good stuff within yourself, then the good stuff will start to come back too. And now they are actually starting to come back. That is how I see it.
Uh,
I was just thinking.
I mean, but everything is such a beautiful synchronicity. What you were saying, it's such a beautiful synchronicity. I'm very grateful for it. The universe is abundant place. Yes, let's say just summarize it.
Mm,
The universe is abundant place. So uh, it's the creation. Um, the Arcturians is the Arcturus. It's the energy of love. Let's say it this way. It's the energy of love, which is truly pouring, yes, into human consciousness. And the self-realization, well, it was for me at least the last week. Uh, Deep self-realization, deep diving into the love, right? Uh, Start with the love. Yes? Shower yourself in love. Like, to continue what you are saying. Shower yourself in positive thoughts. Shower yourself with positive people. Shower yourself with, if you believe, of course, with extraterrestrial friends. Yes, shower yourself in starlight. Shower yourself in surprises. Yes, surprise yourself how much you love yourself. Yes, shower yourself with good friends. Thank you, Eva. Shower yourself with new friends, and shower yourself with choices. We often forget that we have choice, that nothing is written, or even if what we like to think that it's written in the stars, maybe, yes, but it's a paradox, yes. Shower yourself with choices. We always have choice. We always have this beautiful, as you said, a free will to decide what is good for me, where I'm heading to, what is the future for myself and for others, where I prefer to be, with whom I prefer to be, how I want to join these new communities, yes, which we are building, yes. And if we are talking about Reiki, I remember that's how started my spiritual awakening. Truly, after the first session, it was the electric shock through my whole body, yes, and I released everything what was there for me not, right? And I left this place totally transformed, yes, after the first uh, session, right? Um, so yes, appreciate, as I said to Eva, the breadcrumbs on your path, right? Don't deny the divine in you. Don't deny that you are part of the source. Don't deny that you are also giving something to the universe. Yes, even even if it's the abundance of luck, or it's abundance of love, abundance of friendship, abundance of the future. Yes, abundance of of being who you are. It's abundance too. So if you are struggling, or if you are moving forward, or if you are doing your work or not, or whatever is happening now, and that's abundance.
Mm.
Yes, that's abundance, and that's synchronicity as well. Uh, I'm receiving lots of synchronicities lately, and I'm like constantly in this wow, in this oh moment. Yes, that it's really when it happened, when it happened that it's like a new earth. I don't know how you think about it, how you feel it, or how you sense it, but I really see it as a new earth, right? More people are joining.
Yeah, I got so many thoughts in my head
I
right
bet
now.
I
New
bet
Earth,
you did.
definitely, Alexandra. But we've been, you know, it feels like we've known each other forever, and we've been
Yes,
talking about so many times, both live and behind scenes. So
yes,
sometimes I feel like if I'm starting to go back in different sessions and different groups and etc. Uh, I think we have always been in this vision of where we wanted to be, right?
yeah,
So the hard part in our journey, I think that has been that you have lived for so long with one foot in one direction and the other foot in the other direction,
yes,
with living in both realms, pendling, you know. I remember one of those chats we had, with Johnny and Cody, and we were talking about parallel universes and how you almost squeezed your eyes and you were in the happy place, high vibrational energy, and then you squeezed your eyes and we're back in this heavy density once again. So and definitely there is a, we would like to call it new earth, and still think that has to do a lot with these energies that are taking place right now. I don't believe so much that the physical reality tomorrow is a new reality. It's more like a process within. And when you were talking about this, uh, I got this play, also once again, this game called Sims. There is a, computer game. I don't know when it appeared, but it is an old game. It's something about a family. You are creating players, and they are developing a society, etc. But it is that you are being in that environment, in that game. You, if you go into the door to the right, you get an education. If you go to the door to the left, you're not getting any education. And life is a seems as a replica of real life, because
Mm.
you are always provided with choices where you want to go next, and you said you were following the breadcrumbs, and I do think that is the place for a lot of people. You are, there is an old saying also, if you're closing one door behind you, a new door is in front of you, right? So that is the breadcrumbs. There are so many opportunity windows lying ahead of us and around us, and we have so much difficulty to have the courage to find the guts within ourselves to move forward and walk through that door. And we are usually want to bring everybody who is still standing in the doorknob, yeah, not in the doorknob, but in the doorway, and not willingly to step out of the old door and moving forward with you. So instead of moving forward yourself, you close that front door in front of you and go back into the door behind you, because that is the comfort zone. There is where your loved ones are, your family, etc. And they can still be the loved ones, but sometimes you actually just need to step over that threshold, moving into the next future, to the next door. Follow that breadcrumbs. Do it for yourself. You can still hold the space we need here. You don't have to. I mean, it's not like you have to put people to the ground or anything. It's simply a choice that you are doing something for yourself. Follow the needs of your own path. And if people want to follow you, good, let them come along with you. If they don't want to follow you, don't let them hold you back. S- You know, there's a door for them to move forward.
Yes,
So, yeah, definitely follow your breadcrumbs. I think that is the new vibration right now. Go Stop going back into the old room. Open up, follow the breadcrumbs, and be aware that whatever comes before you takes you onto a new path, right?
it's amazing. Talking about New Earth, Eva, right? Talking about New Earth.
Well, those breadcrumbs are leading you into a new path, and that is the new earth for
Yes, Eva, yes, and as we spoke at the beginning, yes, I feel very energized today
you.
in this positive sense. I feel very energized. I look forward. Well, I embrace myself in this new me, right? If we are talking about trust or we are talking about love, it's about trust and love in yourself. right? I don't know if I can say you can do that. I'm not sure about it. It's it's happening. Yeah. That's how I sense it. It's simply happening, yes. And and what came to me today, and I was thinking about some things in my life, and which I don't prefer, right? Which I really don't prefer, don't like it, right? And I wanna change it, yes. And I understood it's nonsense. That some things what I do, it's nonsensical, right? And it was you wouldn't believe ever. I mean, it was such a relief for me. Yes, it was like a so as you are talking about the door closing, and yes, I felt after, like hours after, right? Like I closed the door. I wasn't thinking about it that I have to close the door. Yes, so it. I made a decision. Yes, I make this choice. Yes, it doesn't make sense for me. It's nonsensical. Um, and and the energy, right? Um, about the 0 point, about the choice that we always have, no matter what's happening. And I'm talking about my experiences as well. No matter what's happening, uh, knowing the 0 point, yes, as now, yes, uh, you are creating, not mistaken by recreating, because recreating, as you know, is different, but creating yourself in different vibration, in different emotion, in different belief. That's what the Arcturians were saying. It's a different belief, yes? Um, change your behavior, change your belief. I don't know if you agree with me. You change your behavior, you change your belief, yes?
I totally agree.
And also it's the awareness. It's very strong energy, let's say. Um, awareness. Be aware of who you are, yes? And as you were doing those mantras, I was doing my mantras. Yes, uh, it's the change of the vibration of your thoughts, of your mind. Yes, where you're going to. Yes, uh, maybe it's the pulse to come back to ourselves. Yes, maybe it's the pulse to embrace the the true self, who you prefer to be, who you are. Yes, already. Yes, without searching. Yes, but everything started at least a week ago for me when I start questioning. I start questioning reality. I start questioning myself. I start questioning people around me. Yes, like I start questioning, like truly questioning. Yes, and then I said, must be another way. Yes, I'm not going to the details now, but it must be another way, right? And I sat on it. I do lots of meditation recently and slowing down myself. Yes, and then I receive the messages or the coherent space, the quantum space, the coherence, right? And I release and I embrace, right? It's a process, and that's the curious universe, right? The curious universe, which is fantastic. Yeah, and I love it, absolutely love it. I love this my new me. Right? I love this new environment. I love this vibration, and I love these connections. Yes, the connections with the universe. I absolutely love it. Yes, and I love to meet. I met new people, and I'm so much in appreciation. Yes, and yeah,
your time is definitely changing, and the vibration too is changing. And what is more in my thoughts right now is that hasn't been a time more important than right now to actually following your soul's purpose. What you are feeling drawn to do is obviously that will be the energy or the thing that will bring you forward to bring you into the next step of the journey. And you need to have that with you in everything that you do. And I guess that's why this is so confrontational with cutting cords that I'm not particularly fond of, but closing doors that is necessary to do. Sometimes, sometimes things doesn't work out for you anymore in the same way that it did before,
Yes,
and then you need to let that go. You don't have to, as I said once again, you don't have to end it for all the times, but you have to let go of the leech that's holding you back. So if it doesn't bring you, if it doesn't get anything positive out from it, then it doesn't serve you.
yeah,
So that is what is coming to me more clearly and very strong. Like this is almost like it's hitting me in the heart chakra. It's um it's definitely time to follow those prompts, as you call it, that makes you feel good and that brings you forward, that there are isn't in conflict with anyone else. You just be with your own journey, your own path, and follow that brings you forward. Do things that gives things back to you. And we're so usually stuck with it has to be and it's a cliche. We all need money in this physical world. That is the truth. We can't exist any if we don't have money. But sometimes following a path can also mean that we are doing things that makes us feel good, being in service to other. But you can also serve this universe with thoughts, positive thoughts. You mentioned it before. That brings both yourself up and it brings other people up, and it certainly brings the universe up. You can be supported with your channeling, your artwork, your singing, everything that you're doing is something that brings an energy forward. And when you are following that path, the breadcrumbs will come. You're not only leaving those breadcrumbs for others to follow, they certainly will do, but these breadcrumbs will also lead up to the huge doors that will open up to a new realm and new possibilities. And just listen to what we were talking about earlier before I hit the record button, that they are certainly opening up. There's an exciting future in lying ahead, and that is universe way to connect the dots. You are following your voice, you're following your heart, you're following the vision of your mind, and that brings in similar vibrational people on your path. And it has taken some times, but now they are here. So that means that something is coming up from that, and that will bring you forth and to the next level to of your path, and that is pretty fun to me. I like that. It makes me feel happy. I'm so glad that universe connecting the dots in those ways.
I don't know if I mentioned. Let's say I was in denial for a long time,
Hmm.
and I said enough. I simply said enough. Um, Arturian helped me very much to in this very much to embrace, very much to embrace the love, right? Um, very much. And I had this session, this Q&A session with my new friend, Sharma Guinness. Fantastic guy. And it also helped me to see it from different perspectives, uh, to give the answers and receive the questions and receive the questions and to share the answers, right? And after one meditation with Pleiadians, it's on my YouTube, by the way. I think it's called The Secret. It took me a while to put this title, yes, yes, The Secret. And it's there, The Secret. A channeled message from the Pleiadians. And I had this pivotal moment, right? Um, I saw and I understood, I energized it, um, I understood, I acknowledged um, myself as a puzzle, like, yeah, a puzzle, a beautiful, you can imagine a beautiful puzzle, yes? And from this puzzle is coming, of this puzzle is coming off light. I mean, brightest light ever, yes? That was my experience, brightest light ever. And I was like, felt it, the energy. I felt it and I knew it and I understood it. And I was speaking loud, yes, that I finally I am peace which fit the whole puzzle. And it was no denial about it ever. Yes, I know it sounds crazy now, right? But this moment, right? I knew it, I understood and I acknowledged, right? And I felt it and I said it in peace of the I I fit the puzzle, right? And I wasn't thinking about it, I just fall asleep. Yes. And the day after day, the day after day, yes, uh, the synchronicity are crazy, right? I know we're doing lots of discernment, lots of rethinking, lots of uh, are we correct in our missions, in our service, and everything, yes. But at the end of the day, uh, just simply knowing that I don't know if it's a mission any longer, but just simply knowing that what I do serves all. It brought lots of love for me. Yes, I don't know if for others as well, but it was like my intention. Yes, it was my intention that my work, my being, myself serves all, right? And I left it to the universe.
Self-love is underestimated. Oh, it's a scratchy noise, it will disappear, but there it goes away. But self-love is so miscredited word because many people think that self-love is unworthy, and then we're back to what you said earlier. Um, they are feeling unworthy because they are feeling that like that loving yourself is egoistic, you know, and yeah, everything is is a paradox. It can be. It's it's like saying that you have this thing and saying that's evil. No, that depends on. No, you can't see it. It's a pencil.
Mhm.
Yeah, it depends on how you use it. You can do. magic with it and you can do destruction with it. So that is an intention. So self-love is always an intention coming to you where you are setting that intention. If you are setting the intention to embrace yourself and the energy that you have and the the whole thing that you are a cosmic being, you are a divine, excellent being. And if you don't believe in the universe, you are a fine human being. Why don't believe that you are? Because you are living in your body, you are moving forward in this life, and it's time to start to believe in what you hold for secrets within yourself. Because within every human being, there's a whole book of magical stuff that just need to be put out there and to be used in the world.
Yes,
And when you love yourself, you are opening up the pages and you are sharing that all of yourself with others. No matter what you are doing, you're sharing the energy, you are sharing yourself, you're sharing your knowledge with other people, and then you are at service to other too. When you start to believe in the destructive energies are pouring in or what other people are telling you that you are not or what you are able of and etc., you're putting yourself down. You do think you're not worthy, you are closing the pages.
yes,
And instead of listen to your heart and follow your dreams, follow your path, do share with other that your path is bringing forth. You are giving away that energy to someone else, and that is a leech. Someone is holding that energetic leech to you. So instead of living your life, you're living someone else's vision of how you should live your life. So giving self-love to yourself is not always about taking care of your body, but definitely we need to take care of our bodies. Is a hot topic there. We do, but it's also body, mind, and spirit.
yes,
So we need to embrace that we are living, thinking, and eternal beings.
yes,
And it doesn't matter if you believe in a life after this or if you believe in a universe and multiple lives and reincarnation. Even if you do not believe that, you do know when the body, has lived his life and goes away, it will go down in earth and be one with earth. So that is still a circle of life. And if you don't believe that, watch The Lion King. Walt Disney do know sometimes what they're talking about. Yeah, circle of life. Oh yeah. So definitely time for let go of this I'm not worthy shit. Just
yes.
embrace yourself, you are worthy. Everybody's worthy, even the pug. And
Oh, I love him.
yeah, the noisy pug. But everybody has these, qualities, divine qualities within themselves that aren't shining bright enough. And I think that is what this conversation actually has led up to. You are a diamond within your heart, and that diamond isn't showing its light properly yet. You need to open up and, dust that diamond off and let it start rotating with its energy. It's time to step out of that cocoon, be that butterfly, even for a day.
I was a pink butterfly for a few hours, and I tell you, I was floating above the earth.
Really? That's
You
good.
wouldn't believe it. I was really like, I was looking at my feet. I was like, okay, I see my feet on the ground, yes, but I don't think I touched the ground. I was like the pink, fluffy butterfly, like half of the day, and yeah, different dimension, different dimension connectivities, right? Uh, shine, yes, shine, shine, shine. Yes, and the universe needs you. Yes, uh, the universe needs you. Whatever it means for the person, right? The universe is the universe needs you, right? Um, isn't it ever that, let's say, I think it's a saying like the universe will provide, yes, universe will provide, yes, and it's the vibration, absolutely yes, but also how universe know what you need, yes,
I definitely think so. I mean, there's so many old, you know, um, how do you say it, quotes, or something like that.
yes,
That is so truthful. Uh, and it is, you reap what you sow, and the universe will provide for you. What you gives out there will come back to you, and many of those quotes are actually now, um, especially this with that what you gives out there is coming back to you. You
yeah,
can relate that to quantum physics.
yeah,
So we do know that the energy that goes out is doing a loop out there, and it's coming back in a lot of ways stronger energy than you put out there. So if our thoughts are radio waves, we need to, once again, be aware that what we are putting out there will hit us back. So definitely do not give away your energies to the destructive things, because that will hit you back. And the more that you are aware of it, that is my belief, when you are aware of how things works, you have moved from being a disciple to the next level, so the playground is definitely behind you. You have
yeah,
moved forward, and then it's going to start big consequences about your thinking. So definitely time to step in and start to take care of yourself, believe in yourself. Stop listening to what other people telling you that you can do or not can do. You are to find out what you can do. So you could try something and it doesn't work out. It doesn't mean that other people had right about you. It just
yeah,
means that you had to get up and try a different horse or try a new door. Because whatever you do, that there is something that will open up for you in the future. So that is the intention that you are setting there. Definitely, I forgot what I was supposed to say here. There was something you said. Hmm. Oh, shoot. They just removed that thought. Ah, it will pop back in a minute.
mhm,
But it is definitely a time of it's a time of possibilities.
yeah,
And that is definitely a choice lying in those possibilities.
yeah,
And you are the choice maker. You are to make the choices of where you want to go from here. Everybody's moving forward, but you can choose how.
mhm.
Hmm, sort of.
You know, Eva, the other day, very recently, I think it was morning, my heart started beating like crazy, like crazy, like I was okay, yes, but my heart was like this, and I was like, where I'm not loving myself, yes, what am I scared of? Like seriously, yes, it happens maybe I don't know the first time since I remember, right, when my heart was like this, right, I wasn't afraid of dying. I wasn't afraid of anything at this moment. But somehow my heart, my physical heart, let me know that I am out of myself. Yes, that I am not myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the first resonance, right? Talking about the quantum physics. Yes, that we are part of the source. Right? And I was doing my things in the morning, yes, but in the afternoon I sat down with that, right? And then it was the, well, it's private, yes, but to catching those little moments, yes, what the universe is telling you, what your universe, what is your, as you are saying, what is your body is telling you, right? Uh, I wouldn't rely on other people any longer. I don't know if you agree with me. Um, Follow the breadcrumbs, right? Um, Trust yourself, love yourself, shine, uh, uh, be who you wish to be, yes, and change the behavior. Yes, you change the behavior, you change the belief. Yes, you change the belief, you change the behavior, whatever resonates with you. But I think it's important. I think it's the new earth. Yes, uh, I'm not sure ever if we are bridging any longer. Uh, we are simply living our lives. Yes, and this life, I have this strong feeling that this life is pretty important for my soul. I know it sounds maybe, spooky or something, yes, but I believe that this life has a meaning of love, probably, yes, but a very specific journey for some reason, which I don't know yet. Yes. That my soul chose this incarnation for some reason, yes, um, and we are living in amazing time ever, truly amazing time, yes, and thinking about the future. Come on, baby, let's
Party
dance.
time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely on your side there. I do believe that everybody is incarnated here in a purpose of fulfilling the the evolution that is taking place. So everybody's in the right time. I also believe, and that is kind of interesting. I have all these old things in my head right now that we've been talking about before, but both Matrix and like how we can compare this reality to a video game and uh, and circles. We have also from one of our earlier chats with Cody and Johnny, we were talking about how life sometimes seems to be repeating itself with a couple of years, it could take like 10 years and you are in the same situation again, and etc. And I just found out that there are actually people doing research on this, and this is one of the research that led up to, of course, this ascension process that we are in, that this is the end time of that circle and the new circle is taking place. So it's repeating itself, the circle is repeating itself. But as I said before, it's sometimes you need to level up to the next level. So we are leveling up to the next level, right? So that means that everybody has to level up, even if your life is going circles. And if you are starting to think back in what happened in your life, you can see a pattern of repetition of certain events taking place with similar years apart, right? Throughout your whole life. So, which means that even if you are presenting yourself in the same loop, that you are about to enter a new circle, you can't hold on to the old circles forever. You need to practice what you have learned, moving into those doors, because otherwise you're just doing a loop, right? You need to move up into the next loop, level up. And that is like the game. When you have entered one stage at a game, you are moving to the next level. So we are leveling up. So I don't think it's funny or crazy that people think or feeling the energy of something new has taken place, because I do believe that we most of us has leveled up because we want to believe in a better world. We want to believe that there are uh, life in universe. And nowadays I find it hard to think that someone actually can say that there aren't life in universe, because there are so many evidence of it. And even the research are showing itself that even if we send out a space rocket, it come back and have this microscopic life on placed up on you know the shields of the rocket. So obviously there is life in outer space. So if there is life, why should it be less evolved than ours? I mean, we can be in the low dimension, we can be in the high dimension. That depends on where in the universe we are going, right? So everybody has this circle of life. But now we are here and we have just leveled up in both energetic way. And it's time to start to learn or relearn. We are moving into the next path. Could you please stop, dog? Um, so we are definitely needed to use the skills that we have learned and make sure that they are actually working to be able to, learn to move forward. Does it make sense?
Yes, thank
To
you.
it's glass clear to me. It's like a diamond, Yeah. So I definitely think that we are in this midst, and definitely this worthiness and self-love is so underestimated. We do need to be there, feeling that we are worthy. Do whatever brings joy to your life.
Mm.
Follow your dreams, even if it's um, not someone else's dream, but dream big for yourself. uh, I don't know where I'm going with this.
You're going very well into the future, Eva. Into the future, darling.
Yeah, into the
It,
future.
it reminds me, I was watching an interview with, gosh, I've forgotten what his name is. Resham, I don't remember his last name, but he is a world champion in public speaking, right? And he said something that when he asked, um, let's say the public, yes, the public, who they want to be, like if they want to learn how to speak in public, yes, who they want to be, yes, and uh, uh, someone says like, I want to be like Barack Obama, right? So in this question is the answer, yes. Uh, can you be Barack Obama? Yes? Can you be someone else than you? And don't you think, Eva, and from my experience, I'm talking to myself as well, yes? Can you be someone else than you, right? And maybe that's the question which is worth to ask, yes? Who I want to be.
Definitely.
Do I want to be Alexandra
Yeah.
Tabaczynska, yes? Yes, or, you know, it's open question. And it's a beautiful question.
It's a beautiful question, and it resonates very well. I think because that is so connected to this self-worthiness.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a closing up, the dots are pulled in, but that is, I'm so glad you brought that up, because one of the keys that people are holding themselves back is that they are comparing themselves. They have this vision of someone else's living their life, and they want to have that life. And
Mhm.
we can't all be like, one person. You can't be Barack Obama. There is one Barack
Yeah.
Obama. You can't be Dolly Parton, because there is a Dolly Parton. But
Yes.
you can be you. There's only one of you, and that is who you're supposed to be. So when they are saying like, no, but I'm nothing. Well, Barack Obama, he's also nothing. He's Barack Obama, but he's living his life, and he's following his vision, and he's not looking to someone else and saying that I want to be, or maybe he does, but it doesn't show, to be like you, or I can't do this, because he is that in that position that he has to take a lot of heat from people around him globally, who thinks he's a disaster, who thinks he's evil or good, or whatever people are saying about him. It doesn't matter what they are saying. The thing is that he has so many haters, and he has so many likers. So that is what I was about to say. It was life is about, but it's certainly not about haters and likers. But it doesn't matter who you are, because there are always people who think you are not worthy of being where you are. So stop, dive into their vision of who everybody else wants you to be. Because if Barack Obama should have listened to every hater, he wouldn't be where he is right now, right?
Yeah.
So if you keep that in mind and ask you that question, who do I want to be? The right answer for me is obviously I want to be myself. And I love to have friends like you. And I would love to be friends with Barack Obama too, of course. He's an, for me, I'm not living in the States.
Gonna
So
be hashtag Barack Obama.
yeah, I'm not into politics and that
Mm.
bit, but I do like a lot of things that he presented on his time as a president. But it doesn't make him a better person or a worse person because I think so. And have that vision. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are. You always have lovers, haters, likers, or whatever. There are always people having their own definition of what is good, or what is bad, or what they like and what they don't like. And that's okay for them to have that, because that's their world. They're living in life, and they can think whatever they want to think. The most important thing is you need to start to be aware of what you're thinking about yourself. I'm worthy. I don't need you to like me. I like myself. If I want to do this, I'm going to do that. If you don't like it, that's not my problem. If you like it, then I'm glad you do. So definitely listen into yourself and be proud of who you are, embrace who you are, and step out in the world and open up that diamond within in your heart. Open up the book with all these pages and start showing people who you are, not who you want to be, who you are. God, I want to be me. And I'm so glad I want to be that I'm me. I don't want to be anybody else.
Me too. I think life is. I believe the life is too precious,
Mm.
to miss in the moment of
I'm so glad you
it.
brought that up.
Me too.
Hmm.
Me
So
too.
the conclusion today
Love,
is love,
love,
self-love.
love.
Be proud of who you are.
Mm.
Don't give in to what other people think about you. Everybody has likers or haters. Yeah, go with the likers.
Trust yourself. Love yourself. Yeah. You
Mm.
are worthy. You are enough. Simple, and you are perfect. I was listening to today to the pink, pink. Yes, pink songs, and I had such a fun time. Uh, and one of her songs, and I want to close it with that, is please, 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 pretty please, 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 pretty please. You are nothing less than perfect. Yes, you are nothing less but perfect.
Like that.
Like
Too bad we doesn't have Pink's song here. I like that song too.
that.
Yeah. It's so easy. Ask the question, who do you want to be? That's a good question. Yeah.
And leave the crap behind.
Sorry?
And leave the crap behind.
Yep. Mm, definitely. So it feels like we have, gone the full circle around unworthiness and self-love to have a clear vision of who you want to embrace and
To the
be
present moment, yes, to the present now, to the present
for the
now.
present now. Definitely. So do you want to share a bit of what you are about to do next?
Could you say it again?
Do you want to share a bit about what you're about to do next? Do you have anything on your agenda that you want to share?
Today, that's crazy good. I'm gonna have a gatherings, Arcturian transmission at 7 p.m. Uh, gathering, and it's called the parallel world. Yes, and it's the mystic and the mystery and the curiosity and the fantasy and everything which is in between, which is source, which is light, which is love. That's what I'm going to today in a few hours. And then following the breadcrumbs, cutting off the past, stepping into the future, and refurbishing uh, my work. Yes, I love channeling, I love quantum hypnosis, and I'm simply going to do that. Right? Everything is happening in this direction. So let's see what the universe is supporting me with. Yes, and also where I really want to go. Right? Let the universe know where I want to go, in which direction.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, starting fresh.
Mm.
What about you, Eva?
What about me? Well, to tell you the truth, a lot of what we've been spoke of today has actually been in my mind processing for a couple of days now, or weeks, but I haven't actually put words to it. And it's almost like I got this aha experience myself when you said I'd ask the question who you want to be, not who you want to be, because I didn't have any goals of being someone else. But the thing that it doesn't matter who you want to be, because that person you want to be has equal a lot of haters as it has likers. So this this vision of something untouchable has always different sides. You just have to look at the chat history on
Yeah.
Facebook or any other social media, and you will see there are a lot of people having their own opinions, even if there is a celebrity or someone that you think is untouchable. There is always people having insights about that. But similar thoughts, has been processing. So I think this was the perfect chat who led up to release that energy. Um, I'm actually not today. I am going to just have a day here at home. I've been in a process of not being that most creative person for a couple of weeks now. I haven't had the inspiration of doing any creative work, actually. Everything or every time I had picked up a painting and
Me
started to
too, Eva.
think
Me
about it,
too.
yeah, it goes bananas. It doesn't
Yeah.
work out for me. Even the color and the dog is so hello, love. Could you please be a little bit quiet? Quiet? There's a whole choir here. No? Okay. So they are both starting to make noises here. But yeah, I haven't I didn't have the right inspiration.
Mhm.
Everything has just been, about resting. And that
Mhm.
is a huge sign for me. It's a hint from my soul that the balance is off.
Mhm.
I don't have the required balance. Excuse me. Excuse us. And when this balance isn't right, it feels kind of heavy, you know? So a lot of these energies and thoughts has been processing during a lot of weeks right now. So
Yeah.
it felt like this conversation actually lightened up the energy. So my
Mhm.
plan for today, started, to set up doing the pre-work of create a painting later on, uh, because I feel it's can't sit around waiting for the inspiration to come back. I need to go after it. So
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about that, to go into that creative mood, you
Mm.
know. And sometimes it's not the most important thing is not that you actually is living the things that you're saying, but the awareness of whether heavy stuff is, the heavy thoughts is. So when you are aware of those things, you are able to navigate into new directions too, to follow that inspirational path that is so important to be on for me. So
I have quantum hypnosis session on Tuesday.
sorry.
I have quantum hypnosis session on Tuesday.
Okay,
And I'm super excited about it.
that's good.
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. So it's also, following the breadcrumbs and acting on your passion.
Yeah,
As you were saying, acting on your passion. Yes?
definitely.
And that's a breadcrumb as well, right? As you said. Yes?
Yeah.
It wasn't a play, so you waited. So you were aware of yourself. This is the consciousness, this is the beauty, this is the love. If you are showering yourself, honoring yourself, yes? Respecting yourself. Um, it's so beautiful, Eva. Thank you so very much.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And I don't like that the sound is cracking up again.
No,
Can,
it's
can you
perfect. It's
hear?
perfect. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, that's good. So we are closing in. So we are going to do a closing here. Thank you, Alexandra, for this chat. So Nice
It's
too.
only a great pleasure, as always. Thank you so very much.
Yeah. So the final words is love yourself. Be be looking into who you want to be and see the qualities that you have, and beware that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. You need to take care of that garden you are standing in. Mm. So, peace and love. Talk to you later. Bye.